You remember we had a video and had a discussion, the pressures we face as young ladies, where my beautiful host Priscilla shared with us some of the pressures young ladies generally face. Today we are here to continue with the same discussion. Welcome, Priscilla.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right, so we are continuing with the discussion we had. So what are some of the pressures young ladies face?
Thank you very much. Good evening, precious listeners. We are back again to continue from where we stopped the other time. Today, I'll be talking about some disappointments that young ladies face and the results or the outcomes and how it affects our lives as a whole and our families too.
Yeah, thank you very much. All right, so let's go straight away discussing the disappointments.
Okay, thank you. Relationship has been the root of our success, whether we like it or not. Whether we fail or we are successful, it is rooted in the relationships we build. Whether or not it is intimate, our relationships play a vital role in our lives. The people we come across, how we treat them, how we engage with them, they are the same people we meet whilst we move on with life. The world is in secular form.
Yep.
So the same people you meet whilst climbing are the same people you meet whilst coming down. So it is prudent that we treat people well, no matter what happens. On Val's Day, we had a discussion about love, using Romans chapter 12. The aspect that said that if it depends on you, be at peace with everybody. And that quotation, I think everybody should take it personal and use it in their daily lives, interactions, and activities. I think it will go a long way to build a better relationship, and it will make the world a better place for all of us. Talking about intimate relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, a lot of people have been through some disappointments that has led to change of attitude.
Okay.
Yes. When the intentions are not the same from both sides, it leads to, can I say, a misunderstanding?
Okay.
That's and mostly it affects one aspect. That's it affects one partner than the other, because for all you know, one partner is in genuinely,
Okay.
but maybe the other is just in to play.
All right.
So when things happen like that, you know, the person who comes in genuinely now changes his mind
Okay.
in the next relationship,
All right.
and this can lead to you knowing a good person, and then overnight the person becomes a very bad person.
Okay.
So talking about our relationships, I think we should make a conscious effort to do the right thing,
Okay.
without considering what the other party has to put in.
All right, but don't you think that people are different, and for that reason, when you move from one relationship to another, we must see the second person or the third person as a different person altogether? Because, yeah, like you said, sometimes because of somebody's experience, you realize that the person may have a change of attitude that may affect the next relationship. Don't you think, why don't you look at it this way, that these are two different people?
I agree with you perfectly, but in the world in which we are, it is not working the way you are saying it, but that is how it's supposed to work.
Okay.
Yeah, but it usually goes the other way around. People are bent on retaliation, and others just think that because I have had a one experience that didn't go well, all others wouldn't go well. Or for the fact that Amma disappointed me,
Yeah.
Amma deceived me, Amma was not truthful, Amma did this and that. Aku, Ajo, all
Everybody's
the others
like that.
are like that.
It's a bit some way, if Mary did this to me whilst we're in the relationship, I go into a second relationship, and then what Mary did to me, I used to punish Mercy or Anita. It's not easy.
It's not appropriate, but that is what we see. That is what people put up. Someone it's angry. It's bitter from his former relationship, and it will surprise you that the person brings it to the next relationship.
Yeah, it's true.
And exerts the pain, the bitterness, the anger on a different person.
Yeah, I think that is the reason why we must all see professional counseling as something very, very important.
Exactly.
I know when you go through pain, we've all had our chunk of pain in times past, and I understand what you are saying. You are listening to Prime Testimony Channel. We are discussing the precious young lady's face, and we are just about finishing talking about relationship. Is there any other thing you want to add?
Yes, I want to advise all of us that psychologists are just a call away. It is prudent that we see psychologists. We seek their help. They will help us to rebuild ourselves, to become better people, not to become worse people.
I see.
Yeah, thank you.
Sometimes the people we call men of God or Christians, sometimes some people think that, it is not important for you to seek a professional counselor, and some even believe that once they know the scriptures and once maybe they might have attended the Bible school, it means that is all. They don't need anyone to counsel them. What's your view about this? Is it everybody who needs a counselor?
I believe in God. I am a staunch Christian. But where I used to fellowship, my spiritual father, he's no more now, he used to say that in as much as God used him to heal or to work on someone, he will still recommend you go and see a psychologist.
Yeah.
Go and see a doctor.
I see.
Yes. And those times it was something that he did that I really learned from.
Yeah.
The first time I was like, wow.
Then I'm sure he's the kind of spiritual fathers maybe we can commend. You say he's alive or he's not?
No, he's no more. Right.
Because these days, my sister, there are some spiritual fathers are dangerous. So
he's no more.
Do you know that?
Yes.
Some spiritual fathers are by the time you realize, spiritual sister,
yes.
Spiritual, by the time you realize, then you are gone.
I agree. So I think the mindset that has been created these days, that when you are going to church, you don't need, like God will take care of everything. When you are sick, people don't believe that you have to go to the hospital. My pastor has prayed for me. Some people die. They lose their life because they think, for the fact that my pastor has prayed, there is no need to go to the hospital. They refuse surgeries that would have kept them alive. They refuse blood transfusion and other things that could have saved their life. Yeah. So I believe that when your pastor is done, please go to that hospital. Go for that checkup. Go and see that psychologist. Speak out your heart. Tell them what the problem is. Yeah. They are trained. Some are called to do that. So they can help you. You restore, you revive.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And you become a better person.
I also agree, because even the scripture says that the people of Berea were more noble. And I think they were comparing them to other people, because they said after Paul had preached the gospel, they would go sit down, take the scripture, search it, to even find out whether whatever Paul preached them was true. So I also agree with you that, yes, for a pastor will advise you this and that, it doesn't mean you shouldn't go to hospital. Thank you very much. Okay, let us look at money matters. Young ladies, money matters.
Money.
African young lady, money matters. The challenges.
Money. People say money is the root of all evil. But
they misquote it. Instead of saying the love of money.
Yes.
is the root of all of this. They say money is the root
Even
of all
when
of
they say the love of money, even at that point, I don't agree fully.
But no, before we continue, look at my face. Let me ask you: do women love money?
Yes, we love money.
Do you like money?
Yes, we like money.
Okay, all right. Let's continue.
Money makes everything possible.
Oh, I see.
Okay, almost everything possible.
Possible. Okay.
Because money doesn't make life possible.
Okay.
And for that matter, I'll make it almost.
All right, I understand.
So I'll give money some percentage. And
So which
not
means that
all.
these people cannot fall in love without money.
That's a big question.
Yeah.
Falling in love
Without money.
A lot of things have changed.
Okay.
Falling in love completely without money is an error.
Okay. All right.
You know, money is not just the cash that we hold.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes, money is not just the cash that we hold. Sometimes, at certain points, money is hope.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's hope. It becomes hope. Yes. It's
Yes. So, money matters. You know,
Kakra wa hwa ye?
yes, kakra wo ho aye.
Aye.
You know, even when you don't have the cash in your hand, but you
Have
have
some
the
investments.
yes, you know,
Yeah.
you are at peace.
Peace. You can sleep
But
well.
yes, but at the point that you don't have the cash and there is nothing that you can place your hand on or you can fix your mind on, that if there is an emergency, I can turn to this side, or I can turn here, or I can do this. That is where the problem is, because emergencies come.
Yeah.
And that is why they are called emergencies. They are the unexpected.
Yeah.
You see, so at least there should be a little money.
All right.
Not too much, because too much money becomes death for a lot of people.
Okay. But if you have a lot of money to be able to help other people, if you have a lot of it.
It depends on each individual.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So, a young lady like you is not married, talking in Ghanaian cedis or US dollars, how much money would you want your partner to have before you can fall in love with him?
If we are talking about me, to be sincere, it should be a regular income.
A regular income.
Yes.
Okay. A regular income. Okay.
It should
All right.
be a regular income.
We are talking about money. When you have it, it brings hope, like Priscilla is saying, and I also agree. So don't say that, oh, I'm full of love, I have love. Without money, it becomes difficult, because like she's explaining, it even gives you hope, so that in times of emergencies, unforeseen contingencies, you would know that there's something you can, fall upon. Can you imagine being in relationship, or maybe you are even married and you don't have a person and you are ill? How can you seek medical attention? Thank you, Priscilla.
You're welcome.
Let's look at the other areas. Loneliness. Young lady. Maybe you are even working. You have your own apartment. But you don't have a boyfriend, or you don't have a man in your life, or you don't have a husband. Whatever the case, you don't have anybody in your life. You have friends who visit and go. Maybe, you have the financial resources. How can it be challenging for a lady?
Loneliness is a great challenge. I must agree. You see, in as much as money gives hope, brings respect and all the honor, money helps you to get to break through certain doors. You know, money alone is not enough. In as much as I can say that love alone too is not enough, it should blend. You see, when you have all the money in the world and you don't have any partner, that is where the loneliness comes in. When I say partner, I mean intimate partner, someone you can rely on, someone you know that I see this person every day, I talk to this person every day, someone you see first thing in the morning and last thing at night. So it's not about your family, your mom, your dad, your siblings. No, at a certain point in time, mommy's love, daddy's love, sister's love, brother's love only it's not what we need. Because you need something more intimate. That is a partner, an intimate partner. When it gets to a certain point in everybody's life, you have that feeling of belongingness.
Yeah.
You need that somebody that you rely on apart from God and apart from your parents.
Yeah.
Someone you become very close to. You know, couples, in as much as the moment they get married, they become very close friends, you know. So people tend to love each other more than their parents. The love shifts.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that they hate their parents,
yeah,
but it's automatic.
You are also growing, so
Yes.
you have to make your own,
So,
family. Yeah.
in an aspect that you don't have anyone to talk to, there are certain things you just don't wish like talking to anybody. But if you had a partner, you definitely speak to him or her. You put your heads together, you take a decision, you share secrets.
Yeah.
Yes. So when these things are not in place, or when you lack these things, that is where loneliness comes in. How does the loneliness set in? How do you know you are lonely? You have all the money, you can afford everything, yet you feel empty.
Yeah.
The emptiness comes. You feel like the whole house is boring. In as much as you can have a lot of people around you,
All right.
you still feel like this house is lonely. I need someone. It is something that comes from within.
Yeah, naturally.
Yes, it comes naturally.
Right.
Loneliness has led some people to become who they wouldn't have become. You see, lack of partner. So maybe a man will say, let me go and take some alcohol. So taking that alcohol will lead him to the next stage. Maybe he will have to go and he'll even end up raping someone. You get it? Because when taking alcohol and those things set in, it gives him the edge, which can lead him to go and rape someone.
Okay.
Otherwise, some of them even go to the extent of associating with prostitutes.
Okay. So let's look at what the ladies may be tempted to do when they are lonely.
What I know is that some ladies, from what we have heard and what we have learned, some ladies out of loneliness become lesbians.
Okay.
Because they start by touching themselves, and then it goes on and on. So the little thing that they see, I think I saw some excerpts online where the man, the lady has this, how do I put it? She has this record of touching herself.
Okay.
Before she got married.
All right.
So she went to the market and purchased some vegetables. So when she was washing and placing them in the fridge, and then she's married, but because of the past experience, when the husband got into the kitchen and saw that she bought some cucumbers, the man took all the cucumbers and threw them away.
Why?
And the woman was angry. That why? These are expensive. I think I watched this only last week, and then the man was like, I will not allow you to have this in this house, so that if I am not around, you can use it on yourself.
Oh.
Yes. So she has that track record.
Yeah. No, it's the woman that had that track record, or so the man knew.
Yes. So the man knew that the woman had that track record.
Oh, but
so,
maybe a counselor can come in to.
Yes. So he didn't want to give room for anything that will lead to such anymore. But in such aspects, a counselor can come in.
Cucumbers, was it a fry? It's used for stew and those things.
Yes.
Anyway.
But where the world is going now, everything is becoming possible gradually.
All right.
And the society is not frowning on a lot of things anymore.
Okay.
So that is where the problem is.
Okay. Before we conclude, let me ask this. We are talking about precious young ladies' face. Mm-hmm. Let's look at this. This time, let's assume the young lady is married, has a husband. Why is it difficult for African women who are even married to ask for sex from their partners?
I'll say it's culture.
Culture alone?
I'll attribute it to culture, to our tribes, to our norms, African norms and values.
And do you think this is the best? Because I believe these are some of the reasons why sometimes their better halves also go in for side chicks. I know that some of them, maybe no matter what you do, they go for it.
The same better halves would say that their women are cheap because they are always asking for sex. And the same men will complain.
This is a very controversial statement, and I promise you in our next video, I'm talking about the part 3, we will delve deeper into this and digest it. We will masticate it and make sure that it's well grounded so that we're able to, understand. Thank you very much, Priska. It's nice having you around to, share these thoughts with us. And I promise you, there shall definitely be part 3. My name is Ato Brentishan and this Prime Testimony Channel. Priska Siale is the full name of my guest.
Thank you very much for having me. Have a nice time. See you in the next episode.
Thank you.